Take it away, sister.
I have a question from the Shame Day, which
The
was
Shame Day.
yesterday.
Yes.
And
Let's give her our full attention, holy brothers, sisters.
It's about the Garden of Eden.
About the Garden of Eden.
Yeah, since we will never get rid of shame, will we be able to get back to the Garden of Eden, and what does it mean?
That's a late night question. That's a great question, Simona, right? In other words, so I actually think that we can get rid of shame. I think shame is multi-layered and insidious, as we said, right? But I think we actually can move beyond it. But that's actually a genuine possibility in this lifetime. And if I can, with your permission, all right, Professor, make a distinction between shame and guilt. Shame blocks Eros. Guilt returns Eros. Meaning, guilt doesn't mean, oh, I feel guilty. Guilt means, oh, I fucked up. Okay, let me fix it. Best way I can. Reorient, like we talked about, my will in that situation. Then I'm done. So actually, when I obsess over something and engage not in regret, if I can make a distinction, but in this kind of excessive remorse, that itself is a kind of narcissistic self-indulgence. So I look carefully at what happened. I make an evaluation. Oh, I fucked up there. I receive it. And I move on. I make whatever amend I can. And I'm done. And there's a distinction that's made in the lineage between charata, regret, and marash chora, the black bitterness. When you kind of wallow in this recursive pattern and you loop again and again and again and again, which is a kind of self-indulgent, self-loathing narcissism. So it's actually completely possible to move beyond shame. But you can't move beyond shame without this structure that we talked about before of teshuvah, which is the ability to heal, transform the moment. But if you have that, if you will, that technology, but it's much deeper than a technology, of course, you actually can move beyond shame. Now, again, when we say move beyond shame, we don't mean, right, because shame, remember, means many things, right? So there's the first level, the second level, the third level, right? So there's still, right, and a kind of an appropriate, wow, I can't believe it, I'm totally ashamed of myself, right? Okay, let me address that. Regret. So first I recognize the mistake, recognition, regret, future commitment, and I'm done. That's it, I'm done. Over. And that's a mechanism we don't have because we have the sense of linear time. So I think we can get back to the Garden of Eden. And we have a kind of dance with shame. Not where shame disappears, where shame becomes our friend. We can actually make friends with shame. Right? We can engage, we can have a conversation. And shame can actually become our ally instead of our enemy. And that becomes a very potent kind of shame. It's a very different quality of shame. It's not I am bad. It's a very different quality. I think we can do that. And I think we can get back to the garden. Right? But the garden's not paradise. The garden's a paradox. And if you want me to name a person who I think who did this better than virtually any other contemporary figure, it's Leonard Cohen. Leonard Cohen did this, right? He never talks about it. But why do people love Leonard Cohen? Oh, it's the great voice. No, maybe not. Right? Right? What's beautiful about Leonard Cohen is that he's moved beyond shame. When you listen to him, I saw a girl, I wanted her. Right? You're like, fucking awesome. Right? He's like, right? He's like, right? He's right there with you. Right? He's right there with you, and he's just looking at it, right? And he moves right through it. Right? And he actually, right? And he's not not from a promiscuous place, not from an indulgent place, from a kind of rigorous place. Right? He actually has this sense, right, of, again, not becoming shameless. I'm emerging out of our shame day, right? And it's not becoming shameless, all right? I'm actually having a healthy sense of shame, calling me to my best, for sure, but actually not wallowing. What's the word in Flemish or Dutch for wallowing, right? Where you don't wallow, you don't get at this kind of, and that's what we do. Exactly, right? So I think we can get to the garden, love. I actually think we can get to the garden. I think we can get there. Who thinks we can get to the garden? Let's get to the garden. Let's get to the garden, right? Right? Let's get to the garden. Beautiful. Thank you. It's a gorgeous inquiry.